Hello everyone, and welcome back to Scarlet Hollow. We're back with episode 4, and after I made some questionable decisions in the last episode...
What'd I do? Did I make a bad?
Alright, so go and grab a snack, a blanket, a drink, whatever you need, because this might be a little bit of a long one, and hopefully I can read today. Note, the decision you made in episode 3 bears heavy physical consequences, and a visual reminder for those consequences will follow you for the rest of the game. Oh! Fun! You open your eyes. It's a new day. And you feel like shit. Yeah, that makes sense. That checks out. That's familiar. You were hoping some of your strength would return to you after a good night's sleep, but you just feel as drained as you did when you dug yourself out of that shallow grave. Your limbs are heavy, and your heart struggles to keep up with your movements. You feel like you've lost something that was important to you. I did what had to be done. I don't care what happens to me. I made the right decision. I'll do it again. What have I done? I hope it's worth it. This is great. I can't wait to finally be dead. Oh, okay. You did what had to be done. Who knows what would have happened last night if you had left that ghost behind to fester. An involuntary shudder runs down your spine. But your thoughts are interrupted by the buzz of your phone on the nightstand. Hopefully I get some, really cool, spectral gizmos and powers and such, you know? I can already talk to animals, so really, what else? Hey, just wanted to check in. Hope you're doing okay. Thank you, Kanika. I'm doing great. Also, wanted to ask if you'd heard from Stella. Not this morning. Please don't tell me something happened. I just got in. You check your messages, and there's nothing from Stella. Call her, text her, she messaged me. I'm sure she's fine. Let me give her a call. You dial Stella. She will not answer. Oh! Hey, what's up? Just kidding. I'm not able to come to the phone right now. This is actually a recording of my voice. It isn't really me. Technology. Huh. Anyway, leave a message, or don't. I don't check it. Fine. Cool. The mailbox is full and can't accept messages at this time. Text her then. Hey, you good? Morning, hot stuff. Hey, I'm kind of worried after you ran off last night. Text me as soon as you get a chance. That wing guy didn't come after you, did he? That was my favorite cryptid hunter. Hey, I'm kind of worried about you. You good? Text me. Bae. Please. You wait for a few silent minutes. Your message sits undelivered. She messaged me last night. I'm sure she's fine. What if she got in trouble? Maybe she's sleeping in. She messaged me. I think she's okay. I'm worried about her. Seems like she has some stuff on her mind she needs to work through. I'm worried. Because the game is setting me up to feel worried, so I feel worried. You know what I mean? I'm glad you've heard from her, at least, but I'm worried too. Let's meet up in town. We should go looking for her. Looks like you have your morning plans in order. Take a shower, check the closet, visit Dustin. We know! If I'm not checking on Dustin, I'm not sure I'm actually playing the game. Hi, buddies! You open the drawers. They both have a bread now. Good for you guys. Human is back. Smell old now. Thank you. Maybe changed mind about eating us. Could be the end of Dustin and Dustin Mom. I would never eat you. I love you. I love you. I love you both so much. Dustin Mom know better than to trust. When push comes to shove, survival more important than friendship. Dustin Mom spent too much time outside. It different inside. There are enough bread for everyone here. No need to eat friends. Dustin still have childhood innocence. Hope Dustin keep that innocence forever. I guess your house still has that squatter, which I assume is Tabitha's cat, whose name I forget. Frou? I think it's Frou. Tried to reclaim house last night, but asshole squatter got too big and strong. Dustin Mom stand no chance. Might have to live in Dustin house forever. Human big and strong too. Probably more big and strong than asshole squatter. You fight? Give Dustin Mom glass house back. Anything for you, Dustin. I'll do my best, but no promises. I'll do my best, but no promises. Because what if it's a bear or something? Squatter have sharp things on head. Human, be careful. But Dustin Mom would be eternally grateful to Human. Dustin too. I should get going. Alright. K. I love them very much. Head downstairs. It's time to face your cousin. Ah, yes. Hopefully, she'll be just a little bit nicer to me now. I did sacrifice half of my life for her. But knowing Tabitha, she probably won't be. You find her in the kitchen, her shoulders hunched in a tight ball of anxiety. There's striking. This week of all weeks, as if I didn't have enough on my plate already. There's almost cool confidence in the way your cousin talks about the strike. They're in disarray. Talk about the strike. Talk about what happened last night. Have you heard anything from Stella? The mine's in trouble, you should just sell it. Sell the estate and get out while you can. Okay, fine, let's talk about the strike. You want me to infiltrate the strike? You seem confident about the strike. What have you got planned? Why are there so many options? Oh my god. You seem confident about the strike. What do you have planned? Lots of things. It's probably better for both of us if you didn't know the details. Alright. Want me to infiltrate? Espionage and such? I'm pretty sneaky. Even if they didn't already know you're my cousin, that seems like a great way to throw gasoline on a fire. This is my problem to fix. Your only job is to stay safe until the funeral is over. That's right, I only came to town for my, great-aunt's funeral. So much has happened. I think by the day I arrived, it was supposed to be like a couple days later the funeral was supposed to happen, and I've lost half my life. Ghosts are real, ditchlings are a thing, there's a guy with a bloody face chasing after me. And I can talk to animals. Pretty good week. What do they want? What do they want? I haven't seen a list of demands, but I'm sure it's just the usual. I promise you that if any of them were in my shoes for a month, they'd be singing a different tune. Ah yes, it's all about you. With everything else that's going on, it's hard to care about something as mundane as a strike. Ghosts are real, I'm old now, who cares if there's a strike? It'd be nice to be in your shoes, but I don't get to just choose not to care. Somebody's got to run that place. I sacrificed half my life for you. Tabitha's going to be the first relative I call when I can't use the bathroom on my own. Just so you know. We have a product to sell, and if we stop selling it, then everything will just get worse for everyone. Blah, 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 blah. You probably could have seen this coming. Who's to say I didn't? If there ever really was a question of if, it's more of a when. Forgive me. I didn't expect them to walk out a few days before my mother's funeral. Couldn't even wait until Pearl Ann was in the ground. Yeah, screw other people for having their own lives and priorities, right? About what happened last night. I'm sorry about last night, we should have left. Do you regret what happened to me? I don't think making a deal with a ghost would feel so physically bad. I thought I was making a metaphorical trade. Feels good, doesn't it, getting rid of something our family left behind like that. I'll make it light. You have no one to blame for this but yourself. I wanted to leave. You refused. Who just goes and makes a deal with an angry ghost? Why would anyone do something like that? Ghosts are real. I still can't get over that. What does that actually change about anything? You're a Scarlet. You were probably going to die young anyway, and I still have a mind to run. Really regretting that decision now. Anyway, have you heard anything from Stella? No, but that's not exactly newsworthy. I'm sure she's just processing what happened last night. We weren't the only ones who were traumatized. Yeah, why don't you just sell the mine and leave? Go to LA. Live it up. Tabitha bristles. I'm not giving up like that. This is the Scarlet Mine, and I'm not just going to cash out on our family's legacy. I'm bringing the mine back to life one way or another. Indeed, you are. Should probably get going. Right? Yes. I've dawdled long enough. Stay safe. No more hijinks. I'm not promising a damn thing. But let me know if you get into trouble, okay? Sure. Tabitha slips past you, her heavy boots thudding down the hall as she marches away to face her employees. Time to figure out the rest of your day. Can I talk to Frou first? We have a meeting arranged. Talk to Frou. Hello, dear. You walk over to the cat. Oh, sister. Qu'est-ce que veut maintenant? Close? Wait, there's something different about you. Have the years finally caught up to you? Made a deal with a ghost, I'm old now. Thank you for not attacking Dustin. I don't think I should tell you that there's a possum in my drawer, but I appreciate it. They're my friends. If anything bad happened to them, there would be hell to pay. Of course you would consider those rats to be your friends. I will not dirty my claws with the diseased flesh. Alright. You always were sweet. I'm a ghost now. I'm not a ghost yet. I'm just old. I'll be a ghost soon, though. Every day that we open our eyes, we are making a deal with life. All of us are the stones on the shore, weathered a little more each day by the relentless tides of time. I apologize for this accent. Will you ever let me pet you? It's very important to me. And coat my fur in your disgusting human oils? No. Anything but the stone carvings? I am not here to be your commentator. Si un détective. Je suis un cat. I am here to watch you flail about in the darkness. Alright. I also don't know if I said any of that right. I am not here to provide answers to whatever mysteries confound your feeble American mind. Nod respectfully. You nod respectfully to Frou. She scoffs, her tail twitches in annoyance, but you can sense she's less annoyed than she usually is. Maybe she's getting used to you. Bye, Frou. Good talk. She scoffs as you turn away. Thank you so much. I'm going to investigate the garden, see if I can get whatever is in the glass house out so that my possum friends have a place to live. Whatever kicked out Dustin's mom is in the garden right now. You better look into it before you head into town. Absolutely. Frankly, it is priority number 1. The air is chilly today, the overcast sky hanging oppressively over the weed-choked flower beds. It's too cold to head back inside. No! Just get used to it. Grab a coat. Grow up. We have to do this for our friend. You start carefully picking your way through the underbrush. It doesn't take much effort to find a path, cuttings of prickly raspberry bushes and tangled vines litter the ground around the greenhouse. Talk to animals. The glass house, one could say. You step towards the door. Was that a goat? It's sealed shut by a lock, and you catch a brief glimpse of a horned shadow through the ancient, clouded glass. Examine the lock, pick the lock. Try to talk to whatever's behind the door. Let's talk to you. What's your name, little guy? What are you doing in the greenhouse? Where did you come from? What's your name? Goat. Uh-huh. What are you doing in the greenhouse? Human put me here. Can't complain. Pretty sweet digs, honestly. Stays nice and warm. And there's plenty of eats, too. Did that human have a big brown coat and boots? Was it Wayne? Did he not have a face? Very important detail. Coat like what? Fur? Nah, not brown fur. Yellow fur, just on the top, like all you humans. Don't know what boots are. Can't help you there. So it was Tabitha? Or at least someone else who's blonde? Where'd you come from? Farm. Used to live with other guys like me. Kinda miss 'em, but not that much. Don't gotta share anymore. Alright, I'm just gonna pick the lock, because I have street smart, so I can do that. Alright. When are people going to learn that a mere lock can't keep you contained? You pop it open with ease. Yeah, I do. Big ol' badass. What a beautiful little goat. Hello. That goat has better eyelashes than I could ever hope to have. A warm barnyard smell floods your senses as you stare down at the goat within. It stares back up at you from its place on the tiled floor, surrounded by dried herbs. What are you eating? Untie the goat. Attempt to force the goat out of the greenhouse. You're free. Go. Prance into the wilderness. Nobody can keep you here any longer. What are you eating and why am I suspicious about it? Plant. Tastes good. Get a new bag every day. All I can eat. That don't mean you can take any, though. I'll beat you up. My plant. Alright. Calm down. You're free. You can prance and do all the goat things you want to do. Who said I want to leave? These are some sweet digs. I ain't giving them up for nothing. You hear me? I'll just untie you. You unclip the rope tying the goat to the greenhouse. Hey, what do you think you're doing? That's my rope. Put it back. Retie the goat. Fine. Thank you. I bet you wouldn't like it if someone went into your house and messed with your things, now would you? Attempt to force the goat out. Maybe I shouldn't have fucking retied it. Feel like I'm just gonna get gored. You do your best to force the goat out of the greenhouse. Even in this enclosed space, you fail to catch it. Also, I'm super old now. It doesn't want to leave, and it's far more agile than you. This is a losing proposition. Nice try, buddy, but this is my house. And you don't think I know my rights? I'm squatting here. Damn, goat has a point. Fine. I'll leave you to it, then. Sure, suit yourself, more space for me. And close the door on the way out, will ya? It's nippy out there. Leave it open. I'll leave it open, just so you can get out if you want to. Dick! Sorry. You've investigated the garden. With Stella missing, it's best not to keep Kanika waiting for much longer. You're right. So who put the goat in the... Who put the goat? And that's that. Head to town. Bye, Frou. You be good. Go chase that goat out of the glass house if you can, please. You head to the front door and begin your trek into the town below. And here's where the story actually begins. Oh. Okay, so there's just ditchlings hanging out in the open in the daylight. Huh. The birds sound different today. Muffled, like your ears are full of cotton. The dull sun shines down on the surrounding wilderness, seeming to wash the colour from the world. But you're adjusting. Your body is starting to accept the change that has come over it, to accept that this is how things will be from here on out. You can't help but feel countless eyes watching you from the tree line, a feeling that reminds you of your time in the woods with Stella. Ditchlings shouldn't be out in the middle of the day, though. They're getting bolder. Oh. Hi, Avery. You haven't seen a ditchling before, have you? Take a quick gander to your left. To your surprise, you find a familiar face making its way up the path towards you. Hey, buddy. I was just coming up to see you. Hope you were able to get some sleep after everything that happened last night. They don't say anything about your appearance, but you can see them take you in. The light of day revealing your new features clearly for the first time. You doing okay? I'm old now. My bones hurt. It's not all bad. The grey streak is pretty cool. I have a grey streak. Cool. You'll probably be able to get seniors discounts in not too long. There are upsides to everything, even having part of your life sucked out by a ghost. You don't have to put on a front. Last night was a lot, I get it. Flirt? You coming up to see me? That's sweet. Ditchlings everywhere now, even though it's daytime. You don't have to put on a front. It's fine, I get it. I appreciate the concern, but I'm alright. You're talking to an expert at vibing. I know most folks would probably be freaking out or having some kind of existential crisis, but that's not how I deal with heavy stuff. Surprisingly enough, Avery is almost telling the truth. They're fine. I mean, I'm not 100% chill today, I'll admit it. I feel kind of bruised, both physically and spiritually, if that makes sense. But that's just part of life, right? Nobody makes it to the end completely unscathed, and I'm glad my new emotional baggage comes from a ghost instead of some boring normal trauma. The supernatural angle takes the edge off a little bit. There's ditchlings everywhere now. It's kind of weird. Do you have an opinion on that, my friend? I don't think you've seen them before. Avery turns to survey the tree line. I noticed a few on my way up. They're kind of funny now that I'm getting a good look at them, with their scrunched up little Shar-Pei faces. So, should I be worried about these things? I know they're a bad omen or something, but, are they dangerous? No, they'll probably just nip at your ankles a little bit, but you can just give them a swift kick. They're not going to eat me if I take a wrong turn, right? No, but you might get some eggs laid in your skin. Oh, is that all they do? That doesn't sound so bad. I think I could survive a parasitic larva or two. Just being eaten alive isn't on the table. I mean, is getting a parasite, really any different from being eaten alive? Still eating you, just slowly, from the inside. What? How are you doing today? I'm great. With something like possession, I kind of feel that there are more upsides than downsides. There aren't a lot of people out there who can say they've been through something like that. It's a pretty cool badge of honor as far as I'm concerned. Have you heard anything from Stella? I haven't heard from her, though we don't text much, and I haven't checked with Winnie to see if she came in for an early breakfast or anything. But if you haven't heard from her, then that doesn't sound great. Seeing her like that last night was awful. She's usually so unflappable. Kanika and I are meeting up to see if we can find her. Do you want to come? Absolutely. I told Winnie I'd be coming in late today, so I've got time. I don't know how much time, though. From what I saw this morning, the diner is hopping. It's absolutely packed with miners. Ah, yes, because of the strike. They must be using it as a home base for the strike. Oh, by the way, there's a strike going on. I'm sure you already know, though. Have to imagine that Tabitha would have told you this morning. She did indeed. Let's head into town. I'm not going to flirt with Avery because I really don't know them that well. Yeah, good idea. You and Avery head back down the path to town. There she is, my girl. It isn't long until you once again find yourself on the main street of Scarlet Hollow. Big Bombo! You made it! And you picked up an Avery along the way. Hope you're both doing okay, like, emotionally. Never, Kanika, but you know. Yeah, I'm not too bad. That's good. I feel like I got crushed by a steamroller or something. Joints all out of whack, totally exhausted and super foggy. Mom has been insisting I caught a cold, and I wasn't buying it. But as of this morning, I've come around. It's definitely something beyond exhaustion, even considering the ridiculously stressful week we've all had. But I'm not going to let that stop me from looking for Stella. I'm supposed to see your mom at some point today. She will shed some light on things. She did say that. I'm not sure what she's planning to tell you today that she couldn't have told all of us last night. Maybe she's going to read your fortune. After last night, I wouldn't doubt that she actually could. Your mom's always had a bit of a Glinda vibe going for her. Yeah, maybe I should stop making fun of her whole New Age mystic thing. Lots happened in the past couple days. Ah, yeah, because you were a skeptic, right? Ugh, I need to take a page out of Stella's book and just block this shit out. I need to be able to focus. I can't keep having all these existential crises. There'll be plenty of time for tea after we found Stella. Do you still think there could be a rational reason for any of this? Kanika sighs heavily. Rational? Sure. Rooted in the reality that, until a few days ago, I thought was devoid of all magic and supernatural shit? No! Ghosts are real. They can suck you into illusory dimensions and puppet your body like a fleshy marionette. Next thing you know, we'll find out there's a secret society of warlocks running the country, or that angels are real. Gotta admit it. It's kind of thrilling, isn't it? Anything could be possible. Who knows what the day holds for all of us. It would be a little more thrilling if it weren't terrifying. All the magical stuff we found so far just wants to hurt us. We need a magical thing that's on our side. We are magic. Where are the magical girls when you need them? Maybe one of us will discover our magical potential soon. That'd be neat. You can talk to animals, me. Let's mention that. See if I can finally tell them all that I can speak to animals. I hope so. This town's getting way too much for normal humans to handle. My money's on Big Bombo. It's only when she showed up that all this stuff really kicked off. That seems like magic material. Maybe your mom. She's kind of witchy. Nah, she's more new agey crystals and herbs kind of lady. Not straight up magic. If magic is real, then I don't see why it would be stored in a bunch of rocks, no matter how colourful. But what do I know? I thought ghosts weren't real until one grabbed me by the bones. Sounds nice. Let's not dawdle. I'm worried about Stella, and it doesn't feel right to be doing anything that isn't actively looking for her. You're right. Agreed. Let's get to work. Where to first? Stella's house. We should go to the cops. We should check in on Oscar. He's smart. Maybe he'll know what to do. Okay, let's go to Stella's house. That seems like a solid bet. She definitely won't be there, but maybe there'll be other information there. Good place to start. Maybe she just slept in. That's what I'm hoping. I would have gone already, but I was kind of nervous about doing anything by myself today. Just in case I ran into yet another horror from beyond the veil or whatever. You're right. You make your way towards Stella's house. Kanika knocks anxiously on the door. Knock forcefully. Oh no, okay, I did not expect... This doesn't look like a break-in. Looks like somebody left the door open. Stella, or someone else, was in a hurry when they left. For the life of you, you can't remember if Stella closed the door behind her when the two of you left the library yesterday morning. We ate breakfast here together yesterday morning, but I can't remember if she closed the door. She must have, right? She's dead, Stella's died, and it's all my fault. I'll just say the relevant thing, rather than the comedy thing, although I do like the comedy thing. It's okay, don't worry about trying to remember. Hopefully we'll be able to clear up who left the door open when we walk in and see Stella, alive, and well, just not answering her phone for some reason. Could be she came home last night and forgot to close it all the way. Happens to the best of us. Not me. No, not me. This is literally like my worst fucking nightmare. Or maybe she couldn't close it because something happened to her before she had the chance. Ugh. I need to stop working myself up over nothing. It's just a door. It doesn't mean anything. Might as well invite ourselves in, right? I'll be brave and go first. Avery casually steps over the threshold into Stella's house. Everything's gonna be fine. She probably just thought of some clue or something and ran off to go and get some footage or evidence or something. The living room is almost exactly as you saw it the other day. Whatever happened to Stella, it doesn't look like it happened here. Doesn't look like there was a struggle or anything, unless it happened in another room, or maybe someone or something caught her off guard. You didn't have to add the last part. I'm gonna forget you said that and just be thankful that this doesn't look like a crime scene. Investigate the kitchen. Sure. Stella's kitchen is messier than she left it yesterday. A couple of cabinets are hanging open and a loaf of bread sits on the counter by a used butter knife. Yeah, she just ran out really quick this morning. She thought of something. She quickly grabbed something to eat and she ran out. Someone was here after Stella and I left yesterday. We didn't leave the kitchen like this. Is Stella's kitchen normally this messy? I'll just say this. I'll probably make them freak out, but seems like the only relevant thing to say. So, what? Do you think someone rummaged through the kitchen? She must have come home last night. Why would anyone else leave a living room in one piece and just trash the kitchen? I mean, the town is surrounded by monsters. Maybe they got hungry. Or maybe she came home last night, had a snack, and didn't feel like putting things away. I feel that, but then that leaves us with another question. If she came home last night, then where did she go? Why did she leave? And why haven't we been able to reach her? You make your way down the hall to what you assume to be Stella's room. She's not here. Though it's a little bit untidy, it's the usual sort of untidiness that accumulates when someone doesn't often have guests in their room. There aren't any signs of violence. Oh, she has a little Mothman toy. I just saw it at the corner of my eye and I want it. Check her computer. I'm not sure we should be snooping on her computer. Isn't that an invasion of privacy? Yeah, but she could be in danger. She could be in danger, and we need to do the snoop to get the information, you know? We already broke into her house, right? For all we know, there could be some sort of clue on there, like a note detailing exactly where she is. We didn't break into her house. The door was left wide open. Or maybe the computer was left open too. I'm with Avery. What if we don't find Stella and it's all because we didn't snoop on her computer? If Stella didn't want us to snoop, she shouldn't have gone missing. I don't make the rules. To be fair, if Stella was here, she'd be the first one to snoop. I'll just say, look, I know it's an invasion of privacy, but we've got to do whatever we can to find her. Okay? Sure, snoop away, but I'm not going to take part in this. Fine, that's fine, Kanika, but, if there's information on here, you're going to be really, really grateful that I got it. I'll just be over here, standing in the corner of the room, not looking over your shoulder. Sure. Let me know if you find anything. Will do, bestie. Stella's desktop is horrifically cluttered. There are simply too many files and folders to fit on her monitor, and they overlap each other in a chaotic, multi-layered display. I hate that. Like, if you're out there, if you're someone who has a million different icons on your desktop, how do you do anything? How do you find anything? How are you not simply stressed out every single second you're using your PC? I don't get it. But I appreciate you and your chaos. It's wonderful. Whoa, how do you find anything on here? You don't. Come on, let's go. Look for something interesting, check her tabs. I'm just going to use my street smart because that usually gets me to the relevant information that I need. You scan through folders and file names on Stella's desktop, looking for something, anything, that seems like it might be interesting. One folder catches your eye. Boring tax stuff. You're no fool. You've seen this folder before. You have this folder on your own computer. Boring tax stuff never contains boring tax stuff. For that matter, it never contains anything related to taxes, and its contents are never boring. I'll save. Open the folder. Oh, Tabitha stuff. You open the folder and you're surprised to find it contains a carefully mapped out diagram of the Scarlet Hollow mines, including holes in fences and areas with low visibility. There's also a handful of old photos of Stella and Tabitha together as teenagers. Tabitha wears an uncharacteristic grin and an authentic joyful smile, and Stella's eyes are somehow brighter, less tired. Both of them seem to be living in a happier time. Okay, I take it back. This is way too personal. I'll just join Kanika in the corner while you wrap things up. Alright. Open tabs. It would take you all day to count the number of open tabs in Stella's browser. So numerous are her tabs that you can't see a single icon. A sea of rounded, featureless triangles from Windows Edge to Windows Edge. I hate it. Oh, I'm getting hives. Her most recently opened tab is a post on Uncle Carl's Bigfoot Farm, a forum for cryptozoology enthusiasts. Uncle Carl's Bigfoot Farm sounds like the place to be. I don't make the rules. The post in question is titled "Something Big is Happening in Scarlet Hollow." Hey everyone, I was out chasing a skunk ape sighting the other day and I found these weird little guys. My friend's mom says there's something called ditchlings, but I've never heard of them before. Anyone have any good leads? I'm gonna assume that's Stella. Bride of Bigfoot. Camera isn't shaky enough. This is totally staged. Clean footage and some sort of cryptid nobody has heard of except for your friend's mom. The only thing I'm seeing when I Google ditchlings is some city in England. Thought you were legit. Guys, since when did high quality footage count as anything other than actual evidence? These things are terrifying. Since every low budget horror movie started out doing guerrilla marketing, I smell an ARG. I'm serious. I've got a ton of extra footage. Look at this nest. They've been doing something to the animals in town. They're apparently some sort of bad omen. Like Mothman. Okay, I'm listening. I love me a Mothman. That's me, that's my account. I believe you. Ugh. Lucky you're falling right into her lap. I don't trust YouTubers. They're entertainers, not scientists. The thread continues to the next day. Okay, so 1. This isn't an ARG. I would never. And 2, you're not going to believe this, but we went into an abandoned mine last night just to investigate things, and I'm pretty sure we found some Tommy knockers. Listen to this knocking we managed to catch on tape. There's a link to an audio file titled tommyknockersreal.wav. Just because you put the word real in your file name doesn't mean it's real. This Gary guy, why are you on this forum? 2 supernatural events on back-to-back nights? This is so fake. I can't believe I bought into that River Runner hype. You're so full of it. YouTubers are always going to sell out to big indie horror. This is Kidnapped by Aliens all over again. Also, lol, doughy white things and now loud popping noises. This is definitely an ARG. Did you sell out to Pillsbury? Stop cyberbullying her or I'm gonna call the mods. Blocking this thread until I'm giving everyone a 7-day ban. No cyberbullying and no self-promo. Thread ends. Well, that sucked. You check Stella's search history. She hasn't visited any websites since Tuesday night. If she came home after last night's incident, she didn't touch her browser. Her search history is almost entirely work-related, a furious series of queries for various monsters and cryptids that might fit the profile of ditchlings. That's that. Okay, I think we've seen enough. Thank God. Yeah, I didn't really learn much. Let's move on. That's weird, I thought we would find something. Okay, so she probably came home last night, but she's not here now and we don't have any idea where she might have gone. I thought I was overreacting this morning, and I hoped she would just be sleeping in. Can't believe she's actually missing. We'll find her. Where to next? Let's check in with Oscar. I hope nothing else happened after we all went home last night. They're so brave for sleeping in that house after everything we went through. I'd rather sleep in the woods with the ditchlings than someplace that was that haunted. Your mom said it was safe, and I'm inclined to believe her. Why would she lie? But how would she know that? Magic? Probably. But there's only one way to find out. Let's go. Oh boy! Back to the library. Morning light streams in through the library's large windows. In the bright daylight, the library is once again a place of comfort. All menace having fled in the wake of Charles Shaw Jr.'s departure. The ghost. No ghost. Thank God. I was not up for an encore. I kinda was. I was kinda vibing with it, not gonna lie. Yeah, it's gone. Just like your mom said it would be. You can't help but overhear the murmurings of an intense conversation coming from the mayor's office. Or rather, the murmurings of an intense animal conversation. Oh, is it Gretchen? Investigate the conversation. Sure. You start making your way up the stairs towards the mayor's office. Hey, where are you going? This is exactly where I want to be. A small gang of dogs holds court in the mayor's office. Most of the dogs quietly watch from the sidelines, but 2 of them, a sheepdog and a basset hound, are in a heated conversation with Mayor Jimmy. Their tags read Scraps and Daisy. It sounds like you've all sorted this out. I don't see what you need me to do about any of it. Sorted? This ain't sorted until the town is safe. Now we may have got beginnings of a militia forming, but there's plenty of pets out there who are still ill-informed about the things crawling out of the woods. You're the mayor. They'll listen to you. Just tell them to stay inside until it's handled. Listen, Scraps, buddy, I hear you, but the last thing we need right now is an anarchy in the streets. It's no use. I told you he'd be bullheaded. He's always bullheaded. Always the sore loser, aren't we, Daisy? Things are fine. Nobody has to worry about a thing. The mayor pulls himself from the conversation to acknowledge you. Oh, I remember you. You're that out-of-towner from yesterday. The speaker. The other dogs murmur amongst themselves for a moment and then turn to face you. I'm sorry you had to see this little display. Politics can get so messy. Good doggies! Are you all some kind of dog militia? Did I hear that right? So you're the Scraps I've heard so much about. Have any of you seen or smelled Gretchen? She and her person are missing. I'll do the Gretchen one first. Is she missing? Oh dear, Scraps, you don't think. Gretchen's person would never let that happen to her. Wherever she is, I'm sure she's safe from those things. A dog like her doesn't get to be that age without a watchful human at her side. Even if she's safe, I don't like the sound of this. See, Jimmy? This is the cost of inaction. Gretchen is a pillar of our community and she's missing. What will it take for you to finally open your eyes and do something? If you wait until you're the last dog left in Scarlet Hollow, it'll be far too late to save yourself. Yes, I get it. You're all very upset. But what do you expect me to do about it? Shut down the town? What about economy? Do you even know what economy is, Jimmy, or are you just throwing around fancy words that you've heard the humans say? Of course I know what economy is. I know all about economy-ism. Oh, good, because I've never understood a lick of it when humans talk about economy. I just figured it was a made-up word that they yell at each other when they want to stop talking. So please, enlighten us. Daisy's right. I'm not going to debase myself by playing a game of trivia, not in front of the speaker. I thought so. To answer your question, we did catch a whiff right around here, and another near her house. Haven't picked up on anything in the town since then. Let's hope those creatures haven't already gotten to her. Can you help us find her? I think it'll be a lot quicker. We'll do our best. We didn't intend to make any more trips out into the woods, but if it's for Gretchen, we'll take that risk. Okay, well I didn't essentially mean that. I meant come with me and I'll walk you, and I don't want you going into the forest with those ditchlings on your own. Scraps. She's a well-liked dog in these parts. Been around for longer than any of us. It'd be a blow to the community for her to fall victim to those monstrosities. Good doggies. Are you all some kind of dog militia? Did I hear that right? Yeah, I suppose you can say that. When the town's illustrious leader abandons his kind, it's up to us common folk to band together. Daisy, please, I'm not abandoning anybody, dog or otherwise. You're all blowing this invasion story completely out of proportion. Everything is going to turn out just fine. If everything turns out just fine, it'll be because the rest of us protected those who needed protecting. Good doggies. So you're the Scraps I've heard so much about. The one and only. And this here is Daisy. And we've got a few other concerned locals with us as well. Just making sure that the cats and dogs of the Holler are well cared for, considering recent events. There are more of these things in the woods every day, popping out of innocent bodies of what used to be dogs like us. They're exaggerating, of course. While I've heard reports of creatures coming out of the woods, it's nothing the humans of this town can't handle. It's no secret that Daisy and Scraps are my competitors, and it's just like them to jump at the first sign of trouble as an opportunity to run me out of office. I do appreciate this game for obviously needing to include like a town council part of like the makeup of Scarlet Hollow, but just making it all dogs. I wonder if I hadn't have picked the speaking to animals trait. How would this have all gone down? Nobody's trying to run you out of anything. We're just trying to keep the critters of the town safe. How very noble of you, but that's the exact line you'd feed to the voters if you were trying to get rid of me. Gretchen really admires you, Scraps. Oh, she flatters me so. I'm nothing special, just another dog. All the more reason to go after her before it's too late. Don't be so modest, Scraps. You're the kind of dog that other dogs listen to. It's a damn shame that the humans are so charmed by that charlatan. I'm right here, Daisy. I'm well aware, and you think you're so high and mighty, don't you? Just because you can sit and stay the best, as if obedience is the best quality in a leader. If we fight in, I'm bringing Daisy. There must be some way everyone here can work together. Panic in the streets would be bad for everyone, but we can't just not do anything about the ditchlings. Also, I'm chewing a chewing gum, that's why my voice might sound weird. I don't think there's much compromising here. The mayor is either in or he's out, and it sounds to me like he's out. Excellent! Office hours are officially over. Do close the door behind you. I'm overdue my appointment with a nap. What a good dog. I'm sorry. Did you just have a full-on conversation with a gang of dogs? After last night, I'm willing to believe pretty much anything. At least Big Bombo talking to animals is a bit of magic on our side. I guess Oscar might be in the back. I know that's where I'd be if I finally managed to unhaunt my house. I've always been surprised at how unsupervised this place is. Sometimes it feels like anyone could just walk in and do whatever they wanted. Like what? Steal books? I mean, they could, right? I'm not saying anyone would. I'm just saying that people in this town trust each other a lot. It's nice. Let's go find Oscar. Okay. And yes, I did have a conversation with a gang of dogs. It was lovely, thrilling. You make your way back towards the annex. It feels strange to be back here in the light of day, as if the events of the previous evening were all just a terrible dream. This hallway really takes me back. It feels like it was only yesterday that we were lost here, blissfully unaware that our entire lives were about to change forever. It was only yesterday. I know. Kanika knocked on the door. Oh, good morning. It's good to see all of you, Big Bombo. He takes in the sight of you standing in the bright corridor. You could hear his guilt at the way he said your name, and you can see it in his eyes now. I hope you're doing well this morning. Please, come on in. You're doing really great, Rosalina. Not a lot of kids your age can take shots that well. You're being so brave. You don't have to talk to me like I'm 5. Oh yeah, and that's her cat Pixel, right? The cat's name's Pixel, I think. But you are brave. You really are, Rosalina. You're like so badass. Alexis is right. This is more than most people have dealt with in their whole lives. And here you are taking it like a champ. Dr. Kelly's kind demeanor vanishes as she turns and glares at you. Oh, I see we have visitors. But her glare vanishes as she takes in your new visage. Her features soften into a look of shock and concern. Mr. Gutierrez told me what happened last night, and I must admit I found it hard to believe, but your face. It definitely looks like you've had years stolen from you, whatever that means. It's concerning. I'd like to give you a physical. So wait, you just believe a ghost stole years off my life? Did you just say you were interested in my body? Should we go someplace private? Why am I flirting with... So you just believed that a ghost stole my life? Sure. There's plenty of evidence that something happened to you right in front of me. So, are you going to get your physical? Are you interested in my body? Should we go someplace private? Don't be ridiculous. I'm just concerned for your health. I may not know you very well, but I am a doctor, and seeing someone become this gaunt and grey overnight is alarming. Don't be weird about this. Just come by the clinic if you get a chance. Alright, fair enough. Her examination finished, Dr. Kelly returns to Rosalina's side. How is she doing? How are you doing? Tired. My leg hurts. A lot. But the medicine is helping. It's not so bad now. Plus, I got to lie down in an actual bed last night, and you have no idea how good that felt. Thanks, Big Bombo. I can't believe you got any sleep last night after all that ghost stuff. I just sat on the couch with all the lights on. I don't think I slept at all. I really needed some rest after, the hospital and my foot. Your body is desperately trying to get you to rest. All that activity yesterday was pretty brutal on your injury. It's never going to stop hurting if you keep pushing yourself. So, what are you not going to do today? Anything? That's right. You're staying right here. No walking around. No investigating haunted houses. Sorry, Dr. Kelly. I should have been better at stopping her. I take full responsibility. As her father, I should have... No need for anyone to step in and take blame for anything. It's the hospital's fault for sending her home at all. It's gross negligence, if you ask me. You could sue. I'd be sick. Warn Dr. Kelly about the carvings and what you felt in the clinic. Ooh. We found something in Oscar's house last night. A stone carving that gave me and Tabitha a vision about what happened there. There was one in the mines the other night too. Both of them had a sort of pull on me. Whatever they are, there's something like them in your clinic. I felt it last night. You can feel Dr. Kelly's demeanor shift. She's grown quiet, her gaze piercing and analytical. Something awful is going to happen at the clinic, just like something awful happened at Oscar's house and at the mines. Have you ever noticed anything weird at the clinic? Would you mind if we looked into it? I'll just get straight to the point. I don't have time to waste. I'm literally growing older as the seconds are passing by. I'm getting closer and closer to death. Forgive me if I don't take your funny little feeling very seriously, but the clinic is safe. I understand that there have been some strange events around town, but Reese and I have lived in the clinic for a very long time, and we've never encountered anything. She glances at Oscar. Ghostly. There's no need to concern yourselves with our safety. But if something does happen at the clinic, aren't you worried about Reese? If this is anything like what happened to us last night, he'll be fine. If some kind of ghost emergency happens, I can take care of him, so none of you need to come snooping around. She hesitated before landing on the word ghostly. She's hiding something. Curiouser and curiouser. So, Dr. Kelly, you're going to start poisoning her now too? Ooh, spicy. Have you seen Stella? Our dear friend, she's gone missing, along with her little pooch. Not since dinner. She hasn't gotten in touch with any of you? I'm starting to freak out a little. I really care about her and she's just gone. It's okay, Big Bombo. We're going to find her. That's not good. I haven't seen her since she ran off last night. I feel terrible. This is my fault, isn't it? I should have done a better job warning her. Stella was practically banging down your door, trying to get evidence of ghosts. I don't think you were going to be able to stop her. Very true. There's no way you could have known how she would react when she found it. I don't even think she knew how she'd react. And besides, you didn't know how bad it was going to get. You can't blame yourself for everything, man. I know you probably feel like this is your responsibility to make sure everyone around you is okay, but sometimes it's just not possible. You're only one guy. I love Avery so much. I need an Avery in my life. That's what Rosalina's always saying. I suppose I do apologize more than I should. You really do. Why is everyone not traumatized? Who says I'm not traumatized? Just because I'm not in a gibbering heap doesn't mean I haven't been mentally scarred beyond my comprehension. I know I should be freaking out, but what can I say? Last night was fun, so I'm just gonna go with the flow and see where this adventure takes me. Fun? Speak for yourself. I feel like the only reason I'm not in a total mental shutdown right now is because the crisis hasn't really stopped. This week started with a man dying, and it's somehow all been downhill from here. So yeah, I'm putting off the inevitable breakdown until I know things are done escalating. I don't think it's sunk in for me yet. I'll deal with whatever trauma I'm picking up now in therapy when I'm 30. That's what grown-ups do, right? Not enough, Rosalina. Not nearly often enough. Dr. Kelly, you gonna start poisoning her now too? Let's be spicy. Everyone's expressions changed. Dr. Kelly's glare flashes into white-hot rage. Is there a problem, Big Bumbo? No problem, Mr. Gutierrez. She's just unbelievably rude. Seems to have a lot of opinions about my son's treatment regimen. We're done here, anyway. Goodbye, Rosalina. Make sure you stay put and keep Pixel company, okay? Don't worry, Doc. I keep her warm. I'm helping. I will. Bye, Dr. Kelly. I'll call later today to see how she's doing. Dr. Kelly turns to you, her expression hardening once again into a familiar glower. She storms out without another word. She's not going to poison Rosalina, right? Don't worry, girls. Dr. Kelly is trustworthy. She's been everyone's doctor for years. What was that about? Dinner didn't go so well last night. We'll let you kids have some space. Alexis, why don't you figure out a restful activity for you and Rosalina? Will do, Mr. Gutierrez. I brought some video games and puzzles from my house, and some movies too. Whatever you want to do, Rosalina. Cute! Besties. Oscar ushers you back down the hallway, or to the library. What's up? Is everything okay? Yes, everything's fine, or at least much better than yesterday. I can't thank you enough, Big Bumbo. I'd like to be as helpful as I can from here on out, now that our little situation is dealt with. I finally have time to dig into the town archives. Our house was haunted because someone was murdered there. The mine collapsed the other night as the site of a mass grave. With enough research, maybe we'll be able to get a step ahead of the next crisis. Maybe we can actually preempt it. That is, assuming there's going to be a next crisis. Something tells me we aren't in the clear yet. We should compare notes. Not that I have anything to start with, but if you know anything that might narrow down my research, it could save me a lot of time. I don't think we actually know that much more than you do. but I've got some hunches. I can't help but feel like there must have been some inciting event, since everything started getting weird seemingly overnight. What that inciting event was, or where to start looking for it, I have no idea, but it's something to keep in mind. Avery stares at you. I mean, it's obvious, right? Things only started happening once Big Bombo got here. Kanika shoots Avery a glare. No, we are not throwing Big Bombo under the bus. What? There's nothing wrong with being a magical catalyst? Sure, there's probably nothing wrong with someone being a magical catalyst, but there's definitely something wrong with saying someone's a magical catalyst. If people get the wrong idea, we're only a couple of steps away from the whole town deciding to shore her. Nobody is going to drag Big Bombo into a witch hunt on my watch. I like to think that we've outgrown the days of running people out of town on rails. I'd rather play it safe. Don't worry, it's not like I'm going to run around town telling everyone that Big Bombo magicked a whole bunch of terrible disasters into existence. Thank you so much, Avery, because I don't think I did. At least I don't remember doing anything. There was that weird guy on the bus. That's the peanuts he gave me with some weird catalyst, I don't know. But if there's a catalyst for all of this, why wouldn't it be a lost Scarlet finally coming home to Scarlet Hollow? If I may, Big Bombo getting into town isn't the only major event that's happened lately. Her land died over a week ago, and those creatures in the woods were already reproducing by the time she got to town. Not to mention I started seeing things in our house before Pearlan passed, I think. I never thought to make note of exactly when the spirit made itself known. If there's a root cause for all of this, hopefully there's a way to put the genie back in its bottle. I'm going to do my best to find out if there's ever been any similar events and whether there's anything special about Scarlet Hollow that might explain what's going on. Those carvings are pretty important. To think there was something like that under my house all this time, and to think someone must have put it there. But who? And there was one in the mines. And if you're right, there's one in the clinic. Maybe that's what I should be focusing on right now. How many of those things are there? If we're lucky, maybe just those 3, but I'd rather not count on it. Good thing Big Bombo has an open appointment with the doc. You could look around for clues while you're there. I feel like there's definitely going to be another one, and it's absolutely going to be under the Scarlet Manor. We need to get Reese out of there before something bad happens to him. It's a shame she preemptively shot down our movie night. It would have been the perfect cover. We should investigate the clinic. I'm sure Reese will be fine. We need to get Reese out before something bad happens to him. That sounds terrifying, but maybe necessary. No, I veto this. We don't want a repeat of last night. We should be more cautious about what we do next. We don't want anyone getting attacked or possessed by any more ghosts, even if it is to help a friend. Hopefully, a warning text is all he needs to get himself out of there. I'd like to think that, at the very least, we've let him know to be careful. I don't know if we have time to play it safe. Just give me a day or 2 to do some research before you do anything rash, okay? Alright. I think Dr. Kelly's hiding something. Dinner last night was weird. Make sure Pixel stays inside. He might get grabbed by ditchlings. So many new things to explore. We have a carving right here. We should look at it. Not a chance. I know the ghost is probably gone for good, but that thing is evil. And if there's even the slightest chance that going back down there triggers something, it's not worth disturbing. At least not until we know more. My daughter's safety comes first right now, and we finally have our house back. I'm not taking any risks until we know what we're dealing with. No arguments here. Fine. Dinner last night was weird. It was very weird. I don't think we need to go around accusing anyone of being deceitful. No, Big Bombo is definitely right. I know that's probably not great to hear since Rosalina really needs her right now, but something is up with Dr. Kelly and I'm worried about Reese. She seemed pretty normal in there, even if she was a little terse with you two. She was pretty nice to Rosalina, I'd say. Yeah, she likes sick people and kids, people who are easy to control. Okay, Kanika, jeez. I request that we drop this line of thinking. We don't need to turn on each other based on pure speculation. Besides, she took me at my word about everything that happened last night. That has to count for something, right? Yeah, it counts for the fact that she must know that things are a little suspicious around town. She knows that this town is weird and something's going on because she didn't even question you when you started talking about ghosts. She's like, oh yeah, ghosts, cool. Make sure Pixel stays inside, he might get grabbed by a ditchling. They are the things from the woods, right? With the faces? Yeah, the Anguished Doughboys. I kinda like them. It's like a hidden object game out there today with all the weird little faces peering out of the bushes. You like them? Are we talking about the same creatures that have been laying eggs in the local wildlife? I don't want to get friendly with them or anything, I just think they're kinda interesting. I just think they're kinda neat. Whatever we're doing, I feel like we're missing a vital team member. We need to find Stella. Yep, we need to find Stella. I agree. We need her brazen energy if we're going to do any serious sleuthing. See you around, Oscar. Let us know what you find. I will. Preach, big guy. So, that's Oscar. Any other ideas? We should go to the cops, let's check out the diner, we should go to the mines, we should check out the church. Like, honestly, I don't know what the best place to go would be. But either way, I've been recording for about 2 hours now, and I think there's still quite a bit of this episode left, and so I'm gonna save it for another video. Haha. Guess you're just gonna have to subscribe if you don't want to miss it. That was pretty good. Okay, so that's where I'm leaving it for this episode. Very interesting. I hope we find Stella soon. I do miss her and my little pug friend, my little Gretchen. Let me know what you're thinking of this so far, and any theories you have. I would be very interested in reading them. Thank you so much for watching. I also really appreciate in episode 3 of this game, no one got mad at me for making the seemingly really bad decision of giving up half my life for a ghost. No one got mad, and I really appreciate that because it made the story interesting. I feel like I've thanked you for watching like 25 times, but I'm going to thank you again. So thank you for watching. I'll see you in the next video, whatever that might be. Bye.